Hello everybody. In this video I am going to discuss inequation. So let us define it first. An expression having the symbol of inequality, that is the symbol of less than sign or greater than sign or less than or equal to or greater than or equal to symbol, is called an inequation. An expression having the symbol of inequality, less than, greater than, or less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, is called an inequation. We know that an equation in one or two variables always represents a straight line, but an inequation in one or two variables represents a plane region. So now I will explain these two concepts, that is the equation in comparison with inequation, to make you understand clearly with the help of some graph. Now let us talk about the equation x is equal to 2. So as we know well, x is equal to 2 is a straight line which is parallel to y-axis at the distance of 2 units from the origin. So this is x is equal to 2 on the graph. Now let us talk about inequation x is less than 2. So x is less than 2 represents the plane region at the left hand side of the line x is equal to 2. This whole region on the left hand side of x is equal to 2 is represented by x is less than 2 in equation. On the other hand, in equation x is greater than 2 is the region on the right hand side of x is equal to 2 straight line. On the right hand side, this region is the region which is represented by x is greater than 2. Now let us take another example of an inequation in two variables. So we have taken x plus 2y is equal to 4, that is an equation, and x plus 2y is greater than 4, it is an inequation, and x plus 2y is less than 4 is also an inequation. So in this segment of this video we will discuss the graphical representation of these equations and inequations, these two inequations and this equation. So first let us draw the equation x plus 2y is equal to 4. So we take x plus 2y is equal to 4, and substituting x is equal to 0, we have 2y is equal to 4 or y is equal to 2, and putting y is equal to 0 we get x is equal to 4. X is equal to 0 represents y-axis and y is equal to 0 represents x-axis. So at x-axis this straight line will intersect at x is equal to 4 and y-axis at y is equal to 2. So this is y is equal to 2 and this is y, x is equal to 4. So to plot this straight line we have to join these two. We have to draw a line segment joining these two. So say this is the straight line represented by equation x plus 2y is equal to 4. Now as we have discussed earlier that an inequation represents a plane region, so now we have to discuss that which region this inequation represent, either this one or that one. So the easiest way to find it out that which region this inequation represents is putting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 in this inequation. If the inequation turns out to be, the statement turns out to be true, this inequation represents the region in which origin lies. And if putting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 in this inequation, if the statement turns out to be false, then this inequation represents the region in which origin does not lie. So if we substitute x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 in this inequation, we have 0 is greater than 4. And we know well 0 is not greater than 4. So this is a false statement. So that means this inequation will represent the region divided by the straight line x plus 2y is equal to 4, and that region does not contain origin. As we see, this region contains origin and this region does not contain origin. So this inequation will represent the region in which origin does not lie. So this region is represented by the inequation x plus 2y is greater than 4. While in this inequation, if we substitute x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, the statement turns out to be true because 0 is less than 4, which is true. So that means this inequation represents the region in which origin lies. So this region is represented by x plus 2y less than 4. This is how we represent an inequation graphically.